In today's Health Alert, new research raises concerns about a popular sleep aid that many people think is safe and natural. We're talking about melatonin and whether it should last you long term or if it could affect your heart. So our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi, joins us now. And Dr. Nandi, how is melatonin connected to heart failure?
This is pretty interesting and pretty big to me. Researchers here, Glenn, looked at medical records for more than 130,000 adults with chronic insomnia, and they compared those who took melatonin for a year or longer to those who didn't. And the average age was 55, 61% with women. And here's what they found, Glenn, that those who took melatonin long term had about a 90% higher risk of developing heart failure. That's big. And this is over the next 5 years. They were also more than 3 times as likely to end up in the hospital for heart failure, and the risk of death from any cause was nearly doubled. All bad stuff. Now, that sounds alarming, but the study does not, I repeat, does not prove that melatonin causes heart problems. It only shows an association. There are limitations, like not knowing exact causes, how severe participants' insomnia was, or whether other medications or underlying conditions had some role in this.
So should people stop taking melatonin as a sleep aid? And what can they do if they struggle with insomnia?
And that's not the conclusion I want people to make. But here's the thing, right? As someone who has struggled with sleep myself, I understand how hard it is to get a good night's rest. Right now, when it comes to insomnia, it can happen on its own, or stress medications or some underlying medical conditions could be behind it. Lack of sleep can increase your risk for things like sleep apnea, depression, anxiety, diabetes, obesity, even heart failure, heart attack, and stroke. So if you struggle with sleep, I recommend seeing your doctor. They can help figure out, hey, what's behind your sleep troubles and guide you to the best treatment. That might mean taking, some treating a medical condition, trying therapy for stress or emotional issues, using cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or taking meds or improving your sleep habits. I always tell my patients to practice healthy sleep hygiene. What does that mean? It means limiting screen time before bed, keeping your bedroom dark and cool, and avoiding alcohol or large meals before bedtime. Now, remember about melatonin. If you're already taking it or considering it, please talk to your doctor about the pros and cons. Keep in mind, supplements are not strictly regulated in the United States, so it's best to look for products verified by the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, which means that it's been independently tested for quality. Now, I know folks struggle to get a good night's sleep, and while this new study, right, has some limitations concerning melatonin use, the findings are important and should not be ignored. So more to come.
All right, Doc, and we know you're on that. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
If you have a question for the good doctor, you can email him, Dr. Nandi at AskDrNandi.com, or send it to us on Facebook or X. We'll get it right to him. Dave.